USC versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame already has 2 losses to top 5 teams, Miami and Texas A&M. Speaking of Miami, they are currently on upset alert to Louisville. I have that game in the background. Let me see the score. Last time I checked, it was 17-10. Yes, still is. Louisville is up on Miami right now. That aside, they lost to 2 top 5 teams by a total of 4 points. That is still 2 losses. They are 4-2 on the year. And there's been some debate if a 10-2 Notre Dame team gets into the playoff. A 3-loss Notre Dame team certainly will not. So they have to win this game. And for USC, if they don't win this game, they're not completely out of the playoff because they can still win the Big Ten championship, but that means they would have to beat Indiana or Ohio State in that game, and they would have to get there with some help from one of those teams. So if they want any chance at an at-large spot, they have to win this game. This has a chance to be a very high-scoring game because these are 2 of the best offenses in the country against some of the worst defenses. USC, they have 2 of the best receivers in the country, Jacoby Lane, and a top 5 receiver, in my opinion, the 3rd best receiver in the country, best slot receiver in the country, Mekhi Lemon. He is electric. He has just, I wouldn't say taken the college football world by storm, because USC, they haven't played in so many murky games, but if you watch him, he's electric. He's out there making plays on the field. I think he leads all of the college football in receiving yards per game. And Notre Dame's secondary has not been good. They got exposed in the A&M game due to Mario Craver and Casey Concepcion, and they've been prone to some mishaps. However, they have one of the best corners in man-to-man coverage. PFF ranked number 1 in man coverage, Leonard Moore. However, he plays on the outside. He's an outside corner, which means primarily he'll be guarding Jacoby Lane, and Notre Dame slot coverage has not been the greatest. And Mekhi Lemon plays in the slot, so Notre Dame could be in a lot of hurt. However, the coaching staff has said that Leonard Moore is going to play a little bit of man-to-man coverage on Mekhi Lemon, which is a matchup that I certainly want to see, and will happen on Sundays for many, many, many more years to come. What you could say best receiver against best corner, you could say, in this game. However, if they do that, everybody's going to know that they're in man coverage. Jaden Mayava, the quarterback's going to know that they're going to scheme stuff up. So I doubt that Leonard Moore will be guarding Mekhi Lemon the whole game. But they also have Jacoby Lane, who they have to account for. He's outstanding too. Notre Dame, their offense is great. Their ground game, Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, this is what got them to the national championship last year. Their run game, Jeremiah Love is one of the best running backs in the country, and Jadarian Price, he's the backup. Doesn't mean he's bad. He is great at what he does too. And CJ Carr might be the best quarterback that Marcus Freeman has coached at Notre Dame. Freshman quarterback, and he's not playing like that at all. He's outstanding. They have a great aerial attack with Malachi Fields, Jaden Greathouse, Jordan Faison. They like to throw the ball. They like to run the ball. They can do almost anything, and USC allows almost everything. Their secondary has not been good, and they don't have a Leonard Moore on this team. Their secondary just allowed Luke Altmaier to throw for 350 and for Hank Beatty to have a great game. This is what we've seen from your USC in years past. Lincoln Riley teams, great offense, struggling defense that can't help the offense. So, fireworks. That's all I have to say. Fireworks. 2 of the best offenses in the country against some of the worst secondary units in the country. So how USC can win if their pass game has a great game and the secondary limits Notre Dame's offense. And then vice versa, how Notre Dame can win if their offense plays well and if the secondary limits USC's offense. Who I think will win? This is a toss-up. On paper, On paper, these teams are even. Football isn't played on paper, it's played on a field. However, I just think Notre Dame, these players, Marcus Freeman, CJ Carr, Jeremiah Love, they know they can't lose this game. I think they're better coached, and desperate teams, they tend to play well if they're coached well. And Marcus Freeman is an exceptional coach. I just think that Notre Dame, they know they can't lose this game, and they're just going to do what it takes. Give me Notre Dame. How high do I want this to be? Give me Notre Dame 42-38.